Oh, well, good afternoon, everybody. It's Greg. I want to thank all of those people who subscribed to this blog today to get me up over 100. YouTube has some rules when you want to change things like your URL or something. And one of the rules was that you had to have the channel at least 30 days. You had to have over 100 subscribers. And I want to change it because I'm on the road to selling more of my speaking engagements, entertainment engagements, and my URL used to be youtube.com/vtroop123. And it was just an afterthought, and I didn't have that many subscribers. But I wanted to change it to Greg Thompson FL. Many of you know that I've been going by Greg M. Thompson for a while. I went by Southern Greg Thompson for a while, which when I consulted some professionals, they said don't do that because then you're limiting yourself to only those. And another point that was brought up that Jackie pointed out to me, which is unfortunate that whenever you say Southern Greg Thompson, that the idea of like Larry the Cable Guy comes up, and that's not my type of comedy or speaking. So I'm changing everything to gregthompsonfl.com or youtube.com/gregthompsonfl. Um, that will also, I'll be changing my Twitter and my Instagram, and I'm on the road to branding myself more and getting it down to something more precise. So my website is going to be www.gregthompsonfl.com. And you'll notice on there that I've taken the M out of my name. Instead of Greg M. Thompson, it just says Greg Thompson, Southern Gentleman, Humorist, Entertainer. And you may, if you don't know, the M in Greg M. Thompson stands for Mathul. That is spelled Mathuel. I was named after my grandfather, who was named after his uncle, who was named after a Baptist minister, and I'm guessing was named after Methuselah in the Bible. I spoke with my Aunt Janice about this before, and I think that she said she didn't know about the uncle, but she knew about the Baptist minister, but I'm not exactly sure of that. So I didn't want to go by Gregory M. Thompson. No, rarely does anybody call me Gregory, except for my friend Laddie up in Jacksonville, because that's how she met me. But there is also, Greg Thompson is not an uncommon name, so I was trying to distinguish myself from other Greg Thompsons. I guess my biggest concern was, or is, that there is a guy. He is from Seattle, Washington. He has a warehouse and a base in Las Vegas, Nevada. Guess what his name is? Greg Thompson. Yes. So he produces TNA shows, the girly shows. He does a lot of that in Las Vegas on cruise ships, Atlantic City. I don't know if he's still doing a lot of it. He started out, I believe, doing shows on cruise ships. I've been confused with him a lot just by the name. We don't look anything alike, and we don't act anything alike. We don't act anything alike. I've seen him on TV shows, and I've stalked him and stuff to see what he's about. But people get confused because my company and my convention that I produce every year, my company specializes in celebrity impersonators, and I produce the world's largest celebrity impersonators convention, event, if you will. He has used celebrity impersonators in many of his shows over the years, so people confuse us. So I'm like, okay, he's Greg Thompson, I'll be Greg M. Thompson, and at the end of the day, after talking with people, and especially with my wife, I'm like, who cares? I'm Greg Thompson in Florida. And that's how people know me. People know me as Greg Thompson. They don't know me as Greg M. Thompson for the most part. So just going back to that, but thank you for subscribing to this channel. I've got some things that I'm going to be putting up. I have entered a national comedy contest, and it's not stand-up comedians. It's more it's comedy. It's comedy entertainment, but it's not stand-up comedy. That's a whole different thing. It's called Comedy with Class. Um, the reason they will not even consider you if you go blue. If you're not in the entertainment industry and you're like, what does going blue mean? It means going dirty, using cuss words, swear words, doing jokes about sex, stuff like that. So if you do it one time, you're out of the contest. So um, I'm gearing towards that. If you go to if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, you'll see a story called Medieval Man, and that's the story that I'm submitting to. But that's one of the stories that I'm submitting to this contest. And wish me luck. So anyway, that's it. If you're wondering about the mustache, I did Jack Sparrow this past Monday. Used my own real mustache instead of gluing one on, and I like the way it worked. And I don't really have any reason for shaving it off. So we'll see. I'm still going to continue doing Jack Sparrow and the Sweeney Family Band, of course. This is just, but I'm dropping some of the other things that I've done over the years. I'm still going to DJ because I enjoy DJing. I do not DJ in nightclubs. I DJ at for second, third, fourth, fifth weddings, community events, holiday events, stuff like that. I enjoy that. Money's not great, but it's not bad. But I'll be doing that. Going to continue working at fairs and festivals with the Banjo Man. I love emceeing. That's my thing. I've been doing it since I was 15. So, because I love a fair. I love everything about a fair. Most everything. Don't like the bathrooms. But I'm also going to be working with Gigi Thomas with Gigi Thomas Aesthetics. We are doing Facebook Live and eventually move that over to her YouTube channel. But today we started broadcasting from remote locations in Winter Garden, Florida. We're going to continue doing that. Next week, we will be at This Little Piggy Barbecue, a barbecue place we found while we were broadcasting today at Crooked Can in Winter Garden. Now, you know I'm from North Carolina, and I just found out recently that North and South Carolina used to be one state. It was just called Carolina until people started cooking barbecue. And that's where the problem started. So this guy is actually, he went to culinary school in Charleston, South Carolina. So his barbecue, though he advertises it as North Carolina barbecue, he does have a mustard sauce that he puts on the barbecue, but it's really good. I like the vinegar. I like all barbecue. There's very little barbecue that I don't like. But he puts, it is a mustard-based barbecue sauce, but it was really good. He also, we'll be talking about this next week, he made grits as a side dish. Oh my God. And here's what he did. Traditionally, a lot of people just use water with grits, and then like I've started using milk with mine. A lot of people, instead of water, they use milk. And then other people use heavy cream. Let me tell you what this guy does. He uses chicken broth, half chicken broth and half milk instead of water. My mouth is watering right now thinking about it. He also includes, he puts corn in his grits. Well, grits are made out of corn. Not a lot, just, some corn kernels in his grits. And cheese, and oh my God, that's good. He offered to, he's like, do you want some collards? And I'm like, what kind of collard? I said, are they good collards? Are they real collards? And he's like, yeah. And then he went, I learned to cook in South Carolina. And I went, oh, bring me some collards. and he did it right. They were good. They were really good. And he seasoned those with the barbecue that he was already cooking and also chicken broth, which those of you who swear by cooking with collards with pork, I have been cooking collards with chicken bouillon for a few years now, and I gotta tell you, it is literally just as good as cooking with pork. I do like some really good collard greens where you cut up the bacon and you just cook up the bacon to get all that greasy fat out of there and then cook your collards, and that's good right there. That's not good for you. But anyway, I don't want to tell you too much about it. We'll get into it next week when we are broadcasting the Greg and Gigi show from this little piggy in Winter Garden at the Crooked Can Marketplace. Crooked Can Brewery also has a marketplace with a few small counter type restaurants and different things there. Anyway, I just wanted to say hello. I kind of wanted to tell you what was going on last week. If you joined me on Facebook, you saw that I was going to a comedy club, the Improv Orlando. I thought I was going away. I'm going to finish telling you this first. To test out some material because I had a show last Friday night. Well, I put my name on the list. I got extremely nervous because, like I said, I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'm a humorist. I am a comedy entertainer. And I waited my turn. I was very nervous, and they didn't call me. They ran out of time. That was okay. I was a little ticked off at the time because I'm like, really? I came all the way down here. I waited, and I don't even get to go up. There is a flaw there. But I will tell you this. They said, the guy in charge said, well, next week you'll definitely get up. 100% you're going to get up. Absolutely. And I said, so everybody we saw tonight didn't get to perform last week. He said, right. So he got my Facebook email address and said, I will contact you. Never heard a word from him. So he may be watching this. Don't care. So anyway, they were only going to give me 5 minutes anyway. It takes me 10 minutes to tell the story. There's no point in trying to get up there and do a half a story when they're going to cut you off. So anyway, I did the show Friday night. Went over very well. Was able to get the video. I was doing the story of Medieval Man, which I'm going to change the title for marketing reasons. But anyway, they didn't call me. So needless to say, I didn't even think about going last night. Mission was already accomplished. But I want to tell you something about those stand-up comedians. Bless their hearts. And if you're from the South, you know what I'm saying. I saw, let's see, they started at 8. They finished about 9:35. So that would have been 10. I probably saw 12 comedians or wannabe comedians. I would say out of those 12, 3 of them were good. 9 of them, bless their hearts. Woo! It's tough being a stand-up comedian. It's really tough when the only applause you get is when people are welcoming you up to the stage, and then when you finish and the MC says, give them a round of applause, and there's no laughter, no snicker, anything. A lot of them had some good material, but it seems like they were more concerned about writing a joke than they were on how they were going to deliver that joke. And I'll tell you this, as how long have I been an entertainer? 40-year veteran. You can tell the funniest joke in the world, but if you don't have good delivery, you're going to bomb. And that's what I saw a lot of. So bless their hearts. I hope they get better. And if you need any help with stage presence or delivery of a joke, please give me a call, 407-226-9088. I do charge for my services, but I tell you what, it'll be worth every nickel. Some of them, I literally could not understand what they were saying. For instance, here's a microphone here. When you have a microphone, you need to talk into the microphone. The rule of thumb is you take your thumb and put it right here on your lip, and that's about how far you need to talk from the microphone. I've seen some professional people who hold their microphone down here. I don't do that. That's a nightmare for the sound man. Hold that microphone up here and talk into the microphone. Hey, how are you? It's good to see everybody. How you been? Just flew in from New Jersey. Boy, are my arms tired. Just joking. I mean, it's an old thing. I literally saw people get up there and they were like, yeah, so I saw this guy the other day and he like cut me off and then he flipped me the bird. And I'm like, what's up with that? You flipped me the bird, you little stumpy fingers. So anyway, then my girlfriend broke up with me and that sucked. I just sat around eating peanuts and M&Ms all night long. And then I got on the elevator and God didn't even hold the door for me. What's up with that? So it was... Yes, I'm mocking some people. Don't care. Bless their hearts. I hope they make it. I hope they get better. And that's all I got to say about that. But thank you, everybody who started subscribing to my YouTube channel. I think I'm up to about 120 subscribers. My goal is 120,000 subscribers. So if you see this, and you haven't subscribed, look right below this video and you'll see a button that says subscribe. You'll also see a picture of a little bell. If you click on that bell, that means that you'll get an email notification saying, hey, Greg is live, or he's posted a video on his YouTube channel. Also, please share this on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you go. Help me get those 175,000 subscribers. I'm not trying to make money off of my YouTube channel. I just want to have more subscribers so that more people know about me and that I can get out there and do more bookings as Greg Thompson, Southern Gentleman, humorist, and entertainer. I'm going to be doing all kinds of videos. I'm not going to be limited to anything in particular. It may be cooking one time. I may be live at a store, a neat store. I may be just talking to you guys like this. I may be on there sharing a story that happened to me. I do want to share the story. I got to work out the details because I want it to be funny whenever I tell it. About, this would have been 1980, I think it was 1989. It was, because I just started at Medieval Times in Kissimmee, and I got to be Roy Scheider's photo double for a movie called Someone Has to Shoot the Picture. It was shot for... somebody's writing to me. It was a movie that was shot for HBO. I think it was about my 7th movie I'd been in.
Messenger.
No starring roles or anything. And... so anyway, if you're not familiar with who Roy Scheider was, if you've ever seen the movie Jaws, he was the sheriff in Jaws. He's the one who said the famous line, "We're going to need a bigger boat." So I was his photo double. It was shot at Stark Prison in Florida. And we had to go up there and we shot at Stark Prison for 2 days. And it was a fun adventure, but I learned a lesson about being a smartass with prison guards. You don't do that, especially when you're inside the prison where there are other real prisoners. By the way, we were shooting in the old cafeteria at Stark Prison, and we were talking to a lot of the guards there, and they said, "See that building right over there?" And we were like, "Yeah." And they're like, "That's where Ted Bundy was executed like 3 months before," something like that. It was creepy. I'll tell you about that later. I'm getting some text messages here, and we've got an event going on at Hard Rock Cafe at Universal Studios next Wednesday, and I need to get on that and get some business taken care of. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I will catch you guys later. I will be trying to post on this every day with something that I hope you find interesting. And that's about it. So you guys take care. Thank you for joining me, and bless your heart in the good way. We'll talk to you later.